Well, here we go. Luca Bracel through to back-to-back consecutive finals in this tournament. Our next match, our next players last faced off in the 2022 World Championship. So it's high time they faced off again. So, welcome into the arena, his fourth semi-final this season. Let's hear it, still, Mark Allen! And his opponent is 14.
Mark, Ronnie will break first. I said, Ronnie will break first. Thanks, guys. Thank you. It's the first frame, Ronnie O'Sullivan to break. Cheers.
Mark Allen believes he can win. His game's in good shape. This is the fifth semi-final of the season for him. Can he go one step further and book his place into this incredible week and top it off with a final? O'Sullivan last night, though, was just absolutely epic, wasn't he? You know, you can just see from the body language of Ronnie O'Sullivan when he comes out, steps out into the arena, he gets that flow around the table, he gets into that groove, and it's almost inevitable that he's going to play well and he's going to get the result. Ronnie O'Sullivan, of course, came through 4-0 against Ding last night. Breaks of 85 and finishing off with 129, 113. Really give this crowd something to enjoy. And let's make no mistake, Ronnie O'Sullivan is an absolute superstar wherever he plays in the world, and he's growing all the time in this part two. Riyadh got an academy just over the road that's recently opened in his name, trying to grow the sport.
He's just got to be a little bit careful here. If he has to play this at a very soft pace. If he plays it a little bit harder, he could knock the cue ball into the pocket. That's a,
Foul in
it's
us.
not gonna, that's a miss, so
Ronnie
that'll go
O'Sullivan,
back.
four.
Well, maybe he can just get enough of it. The putter, he's not sure where the cue ball is going, though. Yeah, he's got to hit it really hard. Ooh, is he going to be on the blue? He's not on the blue, I think. But he is on the brown. That could have gone anywhere. But
Yeah.
But he will take this brown on into the right centre.
Five. Six.
Well, he'll take this red
13.
into the bottom right corner pocket. And hopefully have a nice angle. The important part here is just to leave himself a nice angle, possibly low on the black.
Thanks.
That looks,
14.
yeah, looks okay. Last night it was quite noticeable. I mean, the way he played, but also the pace that he plays. He's normally very, very
21.
fast, and anyway, but he was down to, well, just 16 seconds a shot last night. It was blistering.
22.
There you see, average shot time, Mark Allen, 45 seconds. Okay, he's had a couple of safety shots, so I mean that will obviously come down quite a bit. Needed to miss the pack of reds there, so slightly gone
29.
wrong.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 29.
Well, that was a half chance for Mark Allen there. A red I expected him to knock in. I think if he's going to have a good chance of beating Ronnie O'Sullivan this evening, he has to obviously score heavy, but he has to get on top of Ronnie quickly. We saw last night, Ding just sort of crumbled away because Ronnie put him under so much pressure early on in that game. He's very hard to deal with as a front runner, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, and also he has that intimidating factor as well. And when you play at the pace that Ronnie and score as quick as Ronnie, that, you know, you sort of, as I said when he was playing Ding last night, you sort of every shot that you're playing, you're sort of under a little bit of pressure. But Mark, I don't think is. I think he sort of relishes the challenge of Ronnie O'Sullivan, doesn't he? You know, to sort of see how his own game, where it is, rather than being intimidated by him.
I think that's a personality trait of him, isn't it? You know, he's quite a shrewd character. He's quite a tough individual. He never shies away from anyone. He believes he can beat anyone on the tour, and he believes he belongs at the top of the rankings, which, of course, is exactly where he is, really. Mark Allen ranked 4th in the world. Ronnie O'Sullivan ranked 3rd. Barely anything to separate them in terms of position in the rankings. Of course, the biggest difference, ultimately, Ronnie O'Sullivan has won 79 professional titles, 41 of them being ranking titles. Mark Allen, in contrast, 20 professional titles with just 11 rank. I say just 11 ranking titles, but that's the difference. Ronnie O'Sullivan is the ultimate winner.
I suppose the only little caveat, and particularly this season, is that Mark Allen has played in a lot more events. He's got to a lot of events already this season. He's match sharp, match hardened, match sharp, match hardened. Ronnie O'Sullivan hasn't played in as many, but in the ones that he has played in, he hasn't really gone deep. Semi-final is the best, and particularly after having such a wonderful season last year. So he's yet to sort of get off the mark, Ronnie O'Sullivan.
Yeah, he actually set the record for the most amount of prize money won last season, Ronnie. 1.26 million in a single campaign, which, you know, is just incredible figures. You think back a few years ago, you could only really dream about earning that sort of money playing snooker, but the game is just growing all the time. The opportunities are there now, and it's never been a better time to be a snooker player.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
Ronnie's got a slight advantage in this little safety exchange. He's got enough of the cue ball here. You can see he can dig down off the cushion, that he can get down to the bottom of the ball and try and get that cue ball back towards the black. Tight to the cushion would be pretty good, and that was as good as he could hope for. That was an excellent shot. Now the table is turned. Ronnie O'Sullivan on the back foot in this safety exchange. Played it as a shot to nothing. As once he didn't get a full double kiss on that red, he was okay. He knew leaving the cue ball close to that ball cushion, he couldn't leave the red that's closest to the green pocket. It's a little game of cat and mouse at the moment. Mouse at the moment.
There's light flashing across the table.
Well, it was a surprising shot that Mark Allen played there, really. Left that as a tempter for Ronnie to that right middle pocket. That could have possibly created an inroad for him.
Well, there is a possibility of a pot into this right centre. Right centre. Sort of a free shot for Mark Allen here. Certainly not easy, but straight in the pocket. Great, good, great pot. Such a difficult shot, that, from the jaws of the corner pocket into the pockets. Didn't touch the sides. Now, wonderful chance. Wonderful chance for Mark Allen. Get his arm going. A few points on the board. Plenty of loose reds available. Plenty of loose reds available.
He's really able to get himself up for big matches like this, isn't he, Mark Allen? You know, matches like this, isn't he, Mark Allen? You know, we talk about how much self-belief he's got. These are the moments where that really counts. He'll be doing absolutely everything in his power to try and get this match won. They've played on a throughout their careers, this pair. Ronnie O'Sullivan currently leading their head-to-head, 7-4.
14.
Mark's landed some big results over Ronnie in his time.
15.
A lot of their head-to-head meetings have been in lengthier matches than this. I think an interesting stat is the only time they've played over the best of 7 career, both of those have gone to Ronnie. So if that's anything to go by, it gives him a slight advantage. But Mark Allen's playing some very good stuff. And Ken, I think the interesting thing as well, this season Mark Allen, he's been tweaking around with his game, and you know, as a player, when you're doing that, it's very easy to sort of go down, just sort of lose your way. But considering
20.
this is now his 5th semi-final of the season, with everything he's been doing on the practice table, I think that can only be a good sign.
Yeah, I mean, he's been working with a little bit with Lee Walker. We saw that at the UK Championship. He said he wasn't happy with his game. He'd no confidence in going for long pots and something technical. He's obviously put a bit of work into that and had a good run in the Scottish, but eventually went out in the semi-finals. But yeah, I mean, I think
21.
You know, if you're working on something technical, if you can find something, and a little bit Lovin has been working on, they find something that gives them a little bit of inspiration. Might be just a little tweak here or there. But once he's in full flow, and he's playing at a certain pace, and I agreed with Jimmy earlier, you know, once he plays at a sort of a quicker, more brisk pace, that I think it suits him better. And when he sort of gets down to
28.
over 30 seconds, I don't think that does him any good. Too much time to think. There you see, it was 45, now it's down to mid-20s, 26, and that will come down even further, I'm sure. Now there's a couple of problem
33.
balls. That's why he's having a quick look at the scoreboard. They're all square. Problem ball would be one of them. It's the one in the middle of the ball cushion. That other one, that'll be beside his back arm on that left hand side cushion. So a bit of housework
34.
to do before he actually gets to the winning line of this round, but at the moment, so far so good.
39. 40. 40.
Well, this time he's left a nice angle on the pink. Now he's looking at that red just past the left centre. He could play a little cannon onto that red. He'll still be on the other red that's on the baulk line, but he could bring this into play. Oh, and a kiss on the green would be nice. He's okay. He's left that red towards the yellow pocket. So that's one red into the open.
$47.
Well, if he takes low value colours which presumably he will from here because they're all close to the baulk colours. He will need that red down the rail.
50.
Little glance at the score just to confirm that. Although should he get there, he may only just need that red. Brown being safe, a little bit of insurance for him. Well, in fact, if he takes red, green, he'll need a colour off that red.
I think it'd be a good idea to go up for blue or pink here.
51.
Just for the extra points. And another red and blue will be enough. That's why you had a glance at the scoreboard. You have to always be aware of the score. This looks pretty short. Doesn't look good, this cue ball. That's a poor shot. There's so much margin for error there. That will disappoint them severely. And the break, chance missed. But he's got a good 23-point lead. That brown on the right-hand side could prove, well, certainly very supportive for Mark Allen in this frame. He knows Ronnie is going to need that should he get a chance. So he's in a decent position here.
One thing with Mark Allen's game is that he prides himself immensely off good cue ball control. He really enjoys and
Mark Allen, 56.
is so good at being so close to his next ball. That time there, though, from the blue, it was maybe wise to overhit that. Any sort of shot on the red. There were no prizes for finishing short there. That's disappointing for Mark.
Ronnie Smith hits that red, but I think he's got lucky. He's got very, very lucky there. He's trying to put that red on the side cushion, but he's blocked it with the blue. Yeah, so now slight advantage to Ronnie O'Sullivan here. He'll take the red off the side cushion. Try and put it somewhere in the middle of the table and maybe get cover on yellow or green here. Just a little bit too short, but still, it's not too bad. Slight advantage to Ronnie O'Sullivan now.
Yeah, the fact Mark can't get to the right side of either of them reds means that he's only really got a containing shot available to him. Just try and park the cue ball on this top cushion. Well, he took the option to attempt that red. Played it at such a pace that he wasn't leaving anything easy for Ronnie. Although this is attempted to left middle. Very tough pot from where the cue ball is.
One.
Did you say tough pot? It was a tough pot. He made it look ridiculously easy.
He's not even touched the sides.
Oh, well, that's amazing, isn't it?
Ronnie
You
O'Sullivan,
can pot a
one.
red like that. Sort of, because it was probably like a little, played it as a little shot to nothing. But then, of course, the black was a lot easier, but meant a bit more. Missed it. So, wasn't missing any of those last night. Different day, different game, different player. Ooh. He's got cover on the pink, but it could have been such a better snooker than that. Might have been glued to the black. Hidden hope this. Needs luck. Is he going to bring the brown out? Oh, what a piece of luck there for Ronnie O'Sullivan. He will be delighted with that shot.
Yeah, it's quite an unusual slice of fortune, that, isn't it? Usually we're looking at balls going in pockets or getting snooker backs, but that really is an important development of that brown, because that was Mark Allen's insurance. So now this feels very much like a red ball frame. He's played another good shot there, Mark. If that red ball pulls up.
Very good shot. Excellent shot. Just past the middle pocket with the red, but also cover using the pink. The situation of the table, I mean, you would expect whoever pots that red gets on a colour, well, will go, of course, favourite to win the frame. So there's a lot riding on this. Even with a 22-point lead, it won't mean anything if he leaves this red on. He's taking a chance here. He's taking a chance. He's taken a big chance. He's made a big mistake. Very surprised with the way he played that. Now he's going to go second favourite. Ronnie's chance.
1.
No matter how good you are, no matter how hard you practice in any sport at the top level, you always can do with a little bit of luck. It doesn't go unnoticed. All the great players,
6.
all the great teams, all the great individuals, sometimes that little bit of luck
8.
can make such a difference. And Ronnie has been lucky in this frame, and it could end up helping him win this frame.
Yeah, because you look at how
11.
much of a difficult clearance this would have been had that brown still been welded to that side cushion. There's nothing in Ronnie's way here to stop him from making this counter clearance.
15.
What an early frame to land the body blow in this match.
Yeah, people say, well, the more you practice, the great Gary Player said, the more you practice, the luckier you get. That's possibly true.
20.
You know, but Mark Allen, I'm sure, practices just as hard as Ronnie O'Sullivan, as indeed a lot of the players on the tour. But you just, it certainly makes, it's made a difference in this frame. Whether it'll make a difference in the match remains to be seen. But anyway, first frame, black for Ronnie O'Sullivan. Well, he was well behind, needed a little bit of luck, he got it and made the most of it. Good clearance. O'Sullivan leads 1-0.
First frame, Mark Allen a break of 56, not able to put the finishing touches to that. A little bit of rub of the ball as well from Ronnie O'Sullivan, but ultimately made the pivotal clearance when it mattered. 1-0 to the Rocket.
That's the second frame. Mark Allen to break.
And it's amazing, isn't it, Ken? You know, at any level, little rubs of the green and little touches here and there make such a big difference, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Mark Allen has chalked that one up.
Yeah, absolutely. But I suppose he did have his chance, didn't he? He came up short in that second last red. And that will probably disappoint him just as much. When he got in, he had the chance to make the frame his. He didn't do that. Gave the chance to O'Sullivan. Okay, he got a little bit of slice of fortune, but made the most of it when he got his chance. Laid a wonderful snooker, forced a mistake, and then pounced now. How can he react, Mark Allen? There may be one red that's potable just above the black spot into this bottom left corner pocket. May play for blue here. Well, he's gone up to the ball court. He's played it a little bit firmer.
1.
Well, he's got a nice kiss to hold for brown. Good pot.
That first frame, 25.5 minutes. I can't imagine Ronnie O'Sullivan will be involved in too many frames of that length. You think back to last night, he brushed Ding Zhonghui, bearing in mind Ding, one of the best players we've ever seen to pick up a cue, one of the greatest players from China. He brushed Ding aside in 48 minutes last night. You know, and he'll be looking to go through the gears as this game goes on. He'll recognise that that first frame is possibly a big moment in this match. Still a very short race, best of 7, first to 4. Every frame, every little body blow feels like a big one.
5.
Yeah, this time not ideal on the red. Would have loved to have been able to play for black, but you can't do that now. Back up for blue or ball colour.
6.
That's pretty good. So important. It's one thing that he does so well, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Very rarely see him short of the blue spot. We see a lot of players make, you know, the casual mistakes, and particularly sort of
11.
players down the rankings. It's just a sort of cardinal sort of sin for
12.
a snooker player. But O'Sullivan has an uncanny knack for, you know, being always top side of the blue when he needs to be.
Okay, I can see that.
Very high percentage of that shot he plays very, very well. Plays a lot of shots with high percentage in all fairness, but for break building purposes, you know, you very rarely notice him. And also another one is like getting straight on the black as well, Stephen.
I remember back years ago, Steve Davis said something in commentary or in the studio that sort of rang so true but so simple. You know, if you land, oh, as Ronnie misses the black, if you land wrong side of the blue, you've got to basically travel 12 feet to get back to where you were initially for the sake of those extra few inches of landing top side. So, you know, it sounds so simple when you say it like that, but when you're out there in the heat of battle, it's very difficult, you know, to keep consistently landing in them spots. And Ronnie O'Sullivan, one of the best ever to do that. This time Mark now with a great angle on this blue, but for any obvious plants in that pack, this pink full in the face.
Foul.
Well, he's found a plan. It wasn't an obvious one, but he didn't catch the pink as full as he would have liked. Well, from that overhead, it looked like it was an obvious plant. He never gave any thought to that, Mark Allen. He didn't come round. It looked like a dead set plant.
1.
It'd be interesting to see if that was dead set to this right corner, because Ken, if that was, what a mistake that was from Mark Allen.
6.
Yeah, they were in line, weren't they? And he didn't. Normally, you'd see the players come around to see if there is a possible plant. That red and pink did look in somewhat
7.
of a line. It may have been not being dead set, but certainly from the overhead, it looked very, very close. But I didn't notice Mark coming in and have a look at it, which you should do.
Did you take the red off?
Now just have a look at the pink and the red here, just the way they're set there. Never touched another red, so it was almost a dead set plant into that corner, and that's a mistake. You can't really call that unlucky.
13.
There you go, there's another little piece of evidence, and beautifully judged shot, top side of the blue once again. It's going to be very difficult
18.
to win the frame without that black being on the spot. There's only one shot, and that will be blue
19.
if he gets top side again. Just about. Can't really get close to this next round, but he won't bother. He'll just make sure of the blue. Now this time it's imperative he leaves himself an angle, because no more loose
24.
reds. So he needs a nice angle on the blue here after potting this red to split those 5 reds.
25.
And it's perfect, absolutely perfect. You can't believe it's such a hard shot to actually judge it to perfection with the cue ball traveling so much. And this is the key shot of break. How's your look? It's not too bad.
Yeah, it's just pure brilliance. The red for me to get topside. You have to hit that shot so sweet, time it so perfect. When Ronnie's hitting the ball like this, there really is no one better. Everything is all about feel for him. And it certainly looks like he's feeling and striking the ball well. Worrying signs for Mark Allen.
Well, it's gone slightly wrong. He needs one more red, so it's not over just yet. Okay, black, pink, not in a great position. Should Mark Allen get a chance, but needs one red, Ronnie, and it's not there.
Ronnie Sullivan, 36.
With a good 52-point lead, 59 remaining. Strong position. Pink safe, black safe-ish. This right-hand cushion. Needs at least one of those colours in the open to have a chance. He's sort of forced into taking this red on. Big shot. He's got to get it. He had to get it. And that could cost him another frame. Has he left the red into this bottom right corner pocket? He's brought the pink out. Red into the left corner is available. That red is not available. So, well, Ronnie reluctant to take this red on into the left corner. You would feel he's got to play it. He only needs one red. But it's a bit awkward. Yellow and green, slightly hampered with, so he's going to wait for a better chance.
Yeah, and a little tap on the table from Mark there, I think purely just to acknowledge the respect that Ronnie's shown. He had a red that was available, but he wasn't prepared to push the boat out there, trying to bide his time. And it may have paid off, because surely now he's going to be left something much easier. Oh, but the red stays out. Only needed the red.
Highly unexpected miss from Sullivan. Mark Allen just having a look at the score, see how many points he can sort of play with. Taking out the red off the cushion. Oh, he's unlucky there. He's unlucky. Didn't get the right connection on the red. But it's
6.
He's got it out in the open. He's got a long red to play for. 46 points behind. So he can play with 47 points with 51 remaining. Good pot.
Yeah, that was a wonderful pot from Mark Allen. Had it not have found its target, that was definitely end of frame. So that one had to go. There was pressure on it.
Yeah, the problem for Mark Allen here is that he needs 1 blue, but 2 pinks, with remaining 2 reds, and all the colours to win by 1. So it's a tall order, but he's given himself a chance. If he got a black on the spot, well, then he'd have an extra point.
12.
Could take red, black, red, blue. That's what he's having a look at. He's 40 points, so he needs 14 points from 2 reds, which would be 2 pinks or red, black, red, blue. And it's very important here. Now, if he has a nice angle on this red, he could either drop behind the black or try and promote the black towards the corner pocket.
He would have loved to have been just off straight on this black, on this red, sorry. I think he's got just a slight too great angle there. You can see he may need to bounce this cue ball off the top cushion, come back across the face of the black. He's sort of in between. So much so that he's decided against it.
13.
Back up for blue, and that means now he has to get the black off the final red.
Yeah, that's certainly not going to be an easy task. If this goes pretty straight, he's got no angle to get to the black. Let's see what sort
18.
of angle he's got on this red. Can he? Well, there you see it now. Can't get off 1 cushion to the black. He can maybe play for 2. Side cushion, top cushion, right behind the black if you can. There. Oh, it's a good attempt. It's an excellent attempt. What a shot he's played there. Superb. Superb shot.
Such a tough shot, that. Having to sort of power the red in to widen the angle off that first cushion. Brilliant piece of cueing from Mark Allen. Made the pot so much more difficult as well. Still, he's not out of the woods just yet. Big shot, this, black to yellow. Oh, and again, he struck it nicely. And there you see 26 behind, 27 remaining. So what better way to
26.
erase a body blow from the opening frame than to land 1 back to your opponent in the next. These 6 colours.
28.
Tell you what, when he came to the table, this clearance didn't look on at all. He promoted the red from the side rail early on, and he's had so much work to do since then. What a break this has been.
31.
Yeah, the key shot will be obviously from pink up to black. Got to get the right side of the blue here. Doesn't want to be straight off this brown. He's got to leave himself an angle. Oh, he hasn't hit that at all.
35.
Wow. Now he's sort of struggling a little bit here. Okay, he can pot the blue, leave the cue ball somewhere over on the right hand side as we look, somewhere just past the middle pocket, but he's got to leave an angle. He could leave the cue ball on the left hand side, left of the blue spot as we look, and it's a much more difficult shot than pink to black there. Got to get the blue though first. Oh, great shot. Have a look at this. Off the knuckle of the middle pocket. It's perfect.
Yeah.
Well, that's the sort of shot you see in an exhibition. Never mind in a semi-final of a huge event. What a shot that was from Mark Allen. So, all about pace. No, he's
46.
absolutely perfect. He couldn't have struck that pink any nicer. So this black then, for a big, big steal in this frame. Ronnie O'Sullivan was 1 pot away from taking it, and with it a 2-0 lead. But Mark Allen steps up and produces a wonderful clearance. What a break that was from the pistol. Ronnie O'Sullivan, if he didn't know he was in a match, he certainly does now. Mark Allen levelling things up here in Riyadh. What a piece. £250,000 is the first prize for this tournament, the Riyadh Season Snooker Championship, and we are edging ever closer to that grand final this evening. Luca Brissell, the first man through, a victor over Mark Williams, one place left up for grabs. Ronnie O'Sullivan taking on Mark Allen, and what a start to this match we've had. Felt like Ronnie O'Sullivan landed a body blow to Mark Allen in that first frame. Mark Allen, though, responding in such classy fashion. That was a real classy break that Mark Allen has just made in that previous frame. 1-1, game on. A clearance like that will make you feel good at any stage against anyone, but I think it will certainly give Mark a lot of confidence and just improve his mood somewhat, particularly because it was against someone like Ronnie. To be able to stand up and do that, it's very easy for players to play their opponent out there, and we've seen it so many times down the years. Players coming up against the likes of Ronnie O'Sullivan. Not this man. He's a strong competitor, Mark Allen. We keep banging that drum about his self-belief, and that clearance was just a highlight of that. Not entertained or even tempted by that red to middle Mark Allen, purely because of the cueing over the pack of reds, although he hasn't got a good cue ball here. Ronnie hand on table, he may not be tempted by anything. There's a possible chance of a red to right corner, but he should get Mark in trouble, trying to swing the cue ball round. Good shot from Mark, playing the aggressive shot, really trying to re-promote that black back into open play.
Foul and a miss. Mark Allen 4. Yeah. Ronnie. Mark.
Once again, going to try the 2 cushion escape. It's gone wrong.
One.
Good pot. Nicely. Well, he's on blue or black. The only problem about potting the black is that, well, it won't go on its own spot, and it would have to go on the brown spot. He doesn't really want that, so he'd really like to pot this blue, get down for that red right above the black spot, so you could free up the black spot. Didn't attempt to do that on this occasion, but it's not great.
6.
Short of pace. Not a little bit surprised why he didn't go down for the red on the black spot. It would have been easier. Yeah, can he negotiate the cue ball around the back of the reds and back up for blue or black? No. Mistake.
7.
Now Mark will be trying to cut off the right side of these reds, right side of the pink, so he'll be trying to find an area in baulk to prevent Ronnie from playing off that side, somewhere preferably near where the brown is.
The brown ball. Mark Allen, 7.
Well, he's gone off 2 cushions again. Just trying to clip right hand side. Well, he might leave a free ball here if he gets in behind the brown. Could leave a free ball. No.
Mark Allen, 4. Yeah.
But it will go back.
Can we just check that, please?
That's where he was originally.
Can we bring the replay up, please?
It looks pretty good. Almost a touch to the right as we look up. Now the other way. That's it.
Yeah.
That's
Thank
perfect.
you, Mark. Ronnie. Cheers. Thanks, guys.
Now 2 cushion escape again. Just readjust further up the cushion on the right hand side. Left hand side spin. Yeah, much better.
Yeah, great shot. Nicely judged from Ronnie. Aired on the side of caution, missing it first time just to get his line. That time making the minor adjustment, finding the thin edge. Perfectly played.
When you're playing Ronnie O'Sullivan, there's one thing, well, a couple of things that have to be spot on. You have to score just like he did when he got a chance in the last frame, Mark Allen. Wonderful clearance. But also, you've got to put him under pressure with safety, and that's exactly what he's been doing, Mark Allen. His safety has been top quality so far, particularly in this frame. He's had Ronnie O'Sullivan on the wrong side. He's got him out of his comfort zone. there's another mistake, and that's what you have to do. You play good safety against anybody, even the best in the world. Sometimes you can get a chance, you can force an error. Can't rely on your opponents missing easy balls. That's not going to happen. So you have to try and create chances yourself by keeping it really tight, getting good length with the cue ball, and making it awkward for your opponent. And that's exactly what he's done there, Mark Allen, with a series of shots.
Now it's quite congested around the black spot for sure, and that pink may only be available to right corner and left middle now. That's the reason Mark is reluctant to pot that black at the moment. The two reds either side of the black spot, problem balls. So can he just jab into this enough to bring a few more reds into play? Yeah, delicate little cannon.
Positional shot. In and out of ball, perfect on the red.
21.
Slowly building up a nice lead in this frame.
27.
Plenty of loose reds available.
28.
He may play for one of these reds now around the black spot, available into the left corner pocket. Such a big frame for him, that clearance. I mean, just to give him that extra bit of confidence.
34.
He really snatched it out of the bag. Now you can see him. He's already in the pace. He's
35.
walking very confidently around the table. He's got the cue ball. Really good close control. He's looking very confident, very relaxed out there.
And this is when he's at his best, isn't it, Mark Allen? You know, he's become a very solid match player, very hard to beat. That's a brilliant ingredient to have, of course, but to consistently win like you need to at top level snooker, to become a champion on regular occasions, you have to score heavy, you have to keep that rhythm going, that momentum
41.
going. You know, these players are so good, they can reel off frames in quick time, 2, 3, 4 frames on the spin without really breaking a sweat. Mark Allen, very, very capable of doing that. You know, technically, in amongst the balls, he's one of the best in the world. The cue ball is never, ever far away from the next shot. Makes the game so easy for himself.
$42.
Has he got a slight angle? A little shake of the head would tell us that, well, maybe he's just a bit too straight. But that red on the that he's having a look at now, it's not too bad for a left-hander. Drop the pink in, just leave the red down the rail. Oh, he's a little bit short. A little bit short of pace. Going to need the extended rest, possibly an extension.
48.
So it's not straightforward as he would have liked. Don't expect him to miss it the way he's taken these, but it is missable. Yeah. Oh, well. It was missable, and it's certainly a bit like the postman. Knocked 3 times.
And he was absolutely A1 to just pot that pink, although he would have liked another red. He potted it a little straight,
55.
which meant that he didn't get a full enough contact on the cluster of 3 beneath it. Detected just a hair of a heavy contact as well. So there you see, just the 1 snooker required. It's been another good contribution this for Mark Allen. His 3rd half century of the match. Well, that's one
56.
way to secure the frame and make absolute certain. Look at where he'd left his cue ball as well. This plant needed making. Great shot from Mark. And this has been a great frame
Mark Allen
from him.
56 and the 3rd frame.
And there's the confirmation that Mark Allen is going to be taking a 2-1 lead in this, our final semi-final of the day. Mark Allen in a commanding position now, playing some good stuff. Plenty for Ronnie to think about. Mark Allen leads 2-1. He had a number of problems to overcome, a number of balls that really could have gone astray at any point. Managed to negotiate it, took out the clearance, and then followed it up with a break of 56 in the next. Mark Allen leads 2-1. He came through a really stern test yesterday, Mark Allen, against Mark Selby. You know, any time of the year, any tournament, a win over Mark Selby is a hard-fought victory. And I just wonder how much confidence that particular game has given him coming into this match. You know, he backs himself against anyone, but he beat Mark quite comfortably yesterday, 4-2. He'll certainly fancy the job.
This time, Mark Allen's turned to be a little bit fortunate. He could have left something an awful lot easier for Ronnie O'Sullivan here. He's still got a cut on this red, but very hard to see the angle from where he's playing it. That's why he's just come around to have a look at it again. Can he cut this in? Maybe not. Well, I mean, it is possible, but because he can't see the angles into a blind pocket, he probably thinks, well, it's not worth the risk. Wait for a better opportunity.
Now, Mark possibly has a shot to something here. This red just to the right, slightly detached from the pack of reds, will cut to left corner. But can he avoid the 2 reds down the right side? Oh, great shot. He played it at such a pace that his cue ball was always going to be going in and out of baulk. That was a really well played shot from Mark. Again, another little mistake from Ronnie there. He played safe, knowing that he was going to be leaving that red for Mark. Almost asked him the question, to which Mark provides the answers. Really good signs.
Yeah, he was perfect on the black, wasn't he? Now, he loved the black to be potable into this right corner. That's why he's having a very quick look. He's asking the referee, Marcella Akat, to re-spot the black, which he's entitled to do. Now, let's have a look. Well, if it's not potable, he'll have to take the red that's just to the right of the black, play a little cannon on the black, knock it towards the left corner. Oh, wow. Didn't expect
Mark
that.
Allen. 8.
He hasn't missed many in this match so far, but that's one that's eluded him. That's one of the aspects of the game as well, is concentration. Just there, he was obviously concentrating on the, not on the pot, just more on the cannon on the, for the black into the opposite corner. Just took his eye off the pot, and oh, that's a nice little nudge. So this time, like, once again, tables have turned a little bit of fortune. Okay, you can pot this Ronnie off one cushion. Certainly not for straightforward. Oh, well played. Well played. And is he on the black? Wow, he is. Nice kiss as well.
Yeah, one thing you'll never get with Ronnie is he'll never moan, he'll never complain about the run of the ball. You know, he just got down, he acknowledged that little flick on the green from Mark Allen, the fact that the cue ball went in behind the yellow, just got down, played the one cushion thin clip on the red, which wasn't all that close to the corner pocket. That was very, very missable. Brilliant shot.
8.
Trusted to look a little bit with his cue ball, but it was always going in that direction, and a favourable cannon, thoroughly deserved.
Yeah, I think it's one of those situations that it was a good pot to negotiate that cue ball off the side cushion, get the right connection on the red, because it wasn't dead set in the middle of the pocket, so it was missable, but he probably deserved a bit of luck there.
14. $15.
Now, can he retaliate here, Ronnie O'Sullivan? He's got a big following here. And the crowd tonight, no matter where he goes, he's got a big following. And sometimes, you know, it's hard for the player who's playing against him, because he knows
22.
that a lot of the crowd are up for this man. So, in essence, you're sort of playing against most of the crowd as well. This time, he's got a beautiful
23.
angle on the black. Now, he doesn't have to play into the pack, but it's certainly worth, I think, having a go here. He's still got a couple of loose reds, but yeah, how is it? No, didn't get really enough backspin. Have a look at the backspin. He could have done with a bit more pace. Still on a red, but could have been nicer. Left-handed, bit of a stretch.
And what an asset it is to be able to just switch. Being ambidextrous in this sport helps massively.
Guys, can you just stay in the backside, please? Thank you.
Just a little bit of movement in his eye line.
Can you just move over there, please, as well? You're in the end of the play.
Now, if he can get comfortable enough on the table here, it's a bit of a stretch. We saw Mark Williams yesterday nearly had a catastrophe stretching and slipping. Ronnie doesn't want that to happen here. Just get himself set.
One.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Stephen. It is a wonderful advantage to be able to not have to use the rest there as a right-hander, to be able to switch, and how sort of systematically he can do that. Just a wonderful advantage.
34.
Well held just enough for this red into the left corner.
It's
funny, you see a lot of the young Chinese boys now up in the academies or even at the tournaments, and they're practicing left-handed even though they're right-handed players, and that's all because of this man. Well, he's let that one go.
40.
Travelled way too far with the cue ball for the red into the left corner. Now, got to be careful here. Okay, the red cuts, but he's not 100% sure where the cue ball is going. This is missable.
Yeah, and that shot was played purely out of frustration.
Sullivan.
He takes great pride in his cue ball control, Ronnie O'Sullivan. He never likes to be far away from his next ball, and that time he let one go. Almost felt obliged to try and keep that break going. Very tough pot, very missable, as you said, Ken.
One.
Something that Mark Allen will be absolutely delighted to see. All the momentum is currently with Mark, but it's up to him to try and keep control of this match, try and take advantage of these moments, that these mistakes that Ronnie O'Sullivan is making. What a chance this is to at least get back in the frame. The only problem ball seemingly is that red glued to that side rail. But by the time Mark Allen gets to that stage, he should be pretty much in front in this frame.
7.
Back in control.
Yeah, it was Ronnie O'Sullivan's positional shot from blue to red. I mean, it was really poor. Well over hit. Totally unlike him.
15.
Really good chance this for Mark Allen to press home his advantage.
Yeah.
That red you were talking about there, Stephen, the one that's close to the right-hand side cushion. If it's touching the cushion, then it makes that shot a little bit easier, playing it down the rail. It's just slightly off, as you can see. There's a little gap between red and cushion, so that'll make it a little bit more difficult. But he won't be concerned about that just yet.
And I think from what we've seen so far this week, the conditions have been great. The pockets maybe on the generous side as well, so I can't imagine Mark will be all that intimidated by that red on that side rail. First things first, take out these remaining 3 open reds, high value colours, and then surely it's going to be all about that final red.
29.
This feels like a big moment for Mark Allen. Could really knock the stuffing out of Ronnie O'Sullivan here.
30.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see, from Mark's point of view, when is he going to play that red that's close to the right-hand side cushion? Is he going to leave it till last, or will he play on it after his next colour? He could put the cue ball here in between both reds, so he gives himself an option. He's got an angle on the black. He could try and dislodge the red from here if he wants. He's having a look at that now. That's a possibility. Does he take the chance and try and knock it off the cushion? He tried, but he always knew he was always going to be on this red into the left middle. So it was a clever little shot. 12 points in the lead.
Yeah, he was seeking just a little flick on that red. Didn't need to promote it by much. Maybe just a ball or two off the cushion would have been absolutely perfect, but not to be. So now a key shot coming up. Red to find a nice angle on his next colour. Wants to be just off straight on this blue, and that looks perfect. That is absolutely perfect. He can screw back over for this red now. Doesn't want to be dead straight on it.
Well, that's short the pace by a good bit. So he's going to have to play it sort of dead weight, and the angle was a little bit more than he would have liked. It's definitely missable, this, but if he gets it, it'll be on the black. And a chance to take a 3-1 lead.
51.
Oh, well played. Well played. Just wriggled in. Couldn't play it with any more pace than he played it with. Otherwise it might have stayed out.
Yeah, the fact he left himself so much angle on that red, it just sort of focused the mind that the cue ball was taking care of itself. He could put all the attention into the pot. So this black in between yellow and brown, back for the yellow. Is he going to avoid the brown? He's just about crept north of the baulk line, but this yellow
58.
is very missable, and not just that. Well, he's 26 points in front. He only needs the yellow. He can just pop this, leave the cue ball back down this top end of the table. No position on the green. This is frame ball. Yeah, good shot.
60.
Yeah, we still got to be careful. 28 points in the lead, 25 remaining, just one 4-point snooker required, so Ronnie will definitely come back to the table.
Mark Allen, 60.
He's got a snooker here himself. You always got to be a little bit wary when your opponent just needs one. And that wasn't a good escape from Ronnie. He could have played it off 2 cushions there, Ronnie. Chose to play off 1, but hasn't got the right connection on that green. Chance for Mark Allen to press home his advantage here. Long green. Oh, well. Played it very, very hard. So, it's not over yet. A bit of life left in this frame. Chance for Ronnie here. Oh no, cue ball's going in. Cue ball's going in.
Mark Allen, 4.
And there's the nod, so the concession comes from Ronnie. It was Ronnie O'Sullivan that got in first in that frame, nicely in, 40 points, and a positional error which came from absolutely nowhere. Mark Allen stepped up with a breaker 60 of his own. He's one away, 3-1. Welcome back to the Riyadh Season Snooker Championship, and it's bubbling up to be an epic end to this brilliant event here at Boulevard City at the Global Theatre. A big upset potentially on the cards here. Mark Allen 3-1 to the good over Ronnie O'Sullivan in a race to 4. That man there has been the stronger of the two. Of course, Ronnie O'Sullivan has the majority of the crowd here. Everyone wants to see a comeback, but from what we've seen so far, he's going to have to muster something up very, very special. Mark Allen in firm control.
straight away, possibility of this red. It could be only leaving this red, so there's a little bit of pressure off it. Be nicely on the black if it goes in. Has he left it? Is it cuttable? I don't think so. We go back to that second frame, Ronnie. What was he, 50 odd points with 4 reds left? He missed straightforward red, just needing 1 red to win the frame to go 2-0 up, missed it. Mark Allen made a wonderful clearance. It gave him sort of impetus in this match and sort of turned the match on its head. And he's kept it going, he's compounded Ronnie's problems and really punished him when he's had the chance. Playing good match play snooker. Ronnie's going to have to find something very, very special here. Once again, really good safety shot. Got Ronnie in a little bit of trouble. Puff of the cheeks from O'Sullivan.
I think he's played really, really nicely so far this evening, Mark Allen. He's looked in thorough control of his emotions. His game is obviously in good shape. This is his 5th semi-final of the season. No silverware just yet. But of course, the beauty with this format, that could all change tonight. Semi-final and final played. Could be a big, big few hours for the man from Northern Ireland. But still, these best of 7s, you never feel safe, even when you get to 3. Have a look at that. Pot success. Ronnie O'Sullivan way down at 82%. That's not something you see every day. And it's part of the reason why he finds himself 3-1 down in a race to 4. If he's going to make any sort of attempt at a comeback here, that stat has to improve. Well, quite a big target in behind that brown. If Ronnie can catch this thin enough. Well, he caught it too thin in the end.
He hasn't made many safety errors in this match tonight. It's the last time he's potted the ball, Ronnie, over 13.5 minutes. And he's got to start doing something. He's got to start doing it quick. It's not going to be easy here. Pink and black tied up.
Six. Seven.
Now, unless he can get that pink out pretty soonish, he's going to be travelling a lot of distance here with his cue ball for this break. That black well and truly out of commission. Can he try and play a pot in such a way that he can promote that pink slightly
12.
in going back up for the blue? Here's possibly a chance.
13.
Yeah, good shot. Just that cue ball crept slightly topside. Again, making sure he left himself low on that red, which gave him that free shot to just bring that pink into play.
Yeah, just have a look at all those reds. Look, nicely lined up in a perfect line. So now just a series of little cannons and those little stun shots around that pink spot area, keeping good control of the cue ball. But he has to start potting, he has to start making breaks and put a bit of pressure back on his opponent.
The sign of one of the best break builders ever. You know, we're witnessing
26.
one here. When he came to the table, it looked a really tough task here to make a telling contribution, but a couple of shots in, he's already on the search for those key balls that will open the frame up, and, well, he's pretty much got the reds and the pink exactly where he wants it now. He's got so many options.
31.
Just makes life so much easier.
Oh, that was another beautiful positional shot, wasn't it? Cue ball travelled quite a lot of distance. Perfect on the red. Once again, top side, perfect on the blue. Mark Allen played his last shot, catching the red on the right-hand side cushion. Sort of bowed his head in disappointment.
38.
He knew it was a chance for his opponent to get back into this match.
$44.
Yeah.
$45.
He's left it for once a little bit short. Now, cue ball got to travel once again. Distance. He's got to be careful of the middle pocket. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant shot.
Such a great positional shot that from Ronnie. Sort of cueing down on the cue ball to widen it off the blue. Good use of a little trace of right-hand side just to speed it up off the second cushion. Judge the line, the pace, everything about that shot to perfection.
51. $57. 58.
So, blue will put up 63, still with 67 remaining. That's not good. Short. He's going to have to play the plant here.
63. 64.
No problem. And a wonderful break, great response from Ronnie O'Sullivan. It's just one little
69.
mistake from Mark Allen, one safety shot that went wrong. He hasn't
70.
hit many bad ones.
Yeah, this has been much more like it from Ronnie. This is what everyone has come to watch this evening.
Yeah, and this was the little safety shot.
75.
Watch this. He hits the red here. He sort of bows his head. Look as he goes back down to his seat. He sort of knew
75 and frame.
there
Ronnie
could be
O'Sullivan.
curtains in this frame, and Ronnie O'Sullivan duly obliges. He makes a wonderful contribution. He's back in this match. But Mark Allen needs one more. It's still 3-2.
Ronnie O'Sullivan still well and truly in this match, but it's that man there, Mark Allen, in the commanding position that he is. 3-2 he leads in a race to 4. One more frame required to book his place in the final, where he'll take on Luca Brissell, who came through a 4-2 victor over Mark Williams not long ago. Let's have a little dive in to the match stats so far, the story as it stands. It's been a tale of clearances really so far. A couple of body blows from Mark Allen, 4 breaks over 50 Mark Allen has made, and a break of 75 only for Ronnie O'Sullivan in the final frame there. Safety success 82%, 78 for Ronnie O'Sullivan, but more importantly that pot success at the top, 91% Mark Allen. Ronnie O'Sullivan was way down at 82% a few moments ago before that final contribution in that previous frame. That 75, Ronnie O'Sullivan's highest break of this match. Average shot time as well. Interestingly, Ronnie O'Sullivan, doesn't matter how the game is going, he always plays at that brisk pace. Sub 20 as we often expect. Mark Allen sitting around the mid-20s. This game still well and truly up for grabs. Ronnie O'Sullivan with it all to do. Well, a speculative double from Mark Allen, and what a shot he's just played. Look at the value. He took a moment there, weighed up his options. There was value in it. It was the only red he could leave, but he's absolutely middled it. So, first chance for Mark Allen. The chance he's waiting for, the chance he's wanting, that will get him over the line should he take it.
Yeah, it was a beautifully crafted, innovative double, wasn't it?
9.
Okay, he's got 1 red in the bulk area, but and he's got that red right up the pack as well, but he really wanted a nice angle on the blue there. He doesn't have it, so he's have to play the green. So green, red, and then a nice angle on the blue. That will be the pattern of play. So big shot will be coming up right after this red.
12.
Could give him the opportunity to win frame and match from this visit.
13.
Yeah, think back earlier on, Mark Allen played a shot into that pack of reds. A red went in, so once again, hasn't taken much time to get down for this. This time he has found the middle of that pink, and now he'd be unlucky not to be on one, and he is on one. Great shot.
18.
Yeah, he played it perfectly, didn't he? Kept great control of that cue ball, didn't let it run away.
There's a number of things that can go wrong with that shot. First of all, you're trying to get a full ball contact to the pink, and second of all, second prize is not tying the black up or not pushing the black safe. He couldn't have asked for a better result there, Mark.
Well, the reds are absolutely perfect for him here. Black available into both corner pockets. Just all he needs to do here is just hold his composure. He's done it loads of times. Hasn't done it against O'Sullivan on too many occasions, but he won't be afraid of the situation as it presents itself, that's for sure. But only pressure you would expect him. Only pressure may stop him from getting over the line, because the Reds, well, if it was a first round match in any tournament, you wouldn't expect to miss him from this position. Little look up to the heavens.
33.
Just come a little bit awkward for the red into the left corner. He's still got the red into the left centre pocket, but he was playing on the red into the left corner. Playing on that one shouldn't be a problem.
Yeah, he's played it well. And now he'll be making absolute certain he doesn't make the same little positional error once again. He just needs to keep high intensity in terms of his focus, and now it's all about cue ball control. These reds are absolutely perfect for him. And this has all come from that clever little double that he played at the start of this break, that crafty little one. It's a shot you see players play
39.
more often these days because there is value in it. Let's just take another little look at that initial red. Ronnie O'Sullivan attempted the long red, left him there. Mark Allen took the chance. It was a gamble. It was the only red he could have left. Should he have missed it, but he didn't. He found the pot, and this has been the result.
He's perfect there, isn't he? Already a 46-point lead. Will he get another chance? The way the Reds are situated, you wouldn't expect so, but you never know.
47.
Till he's over the line by a good margin. He won't be relaxing, Mark Allen, that's for sure. But he looks pretty cool, looks pretty confident. His cue ball has been excellent.
Ronnie can only watch on and hope that there is another mistake in Mark Allen, but it's looking increasingly unlikely. He's really worked for this
54.
break, and he's got the balls exactly where he wants them. This has been a really good shift this evening from Mark Allen. He's really taken it to Ronnie O'Sullivan. That's what you have to do. You have to be brave. And he has been brave. He took out a really important clearance in that second frame. That really did feel like a turning point in this match. Very early on as well.
Yeah, I think that was the pivotal frame
60.
for Mark Allen in this match. There's no doubt about that. Gave him a wonderful platform to go on and consolidate his play in this match, and he really has put Ronnie under all sorts of pressure. Ronnie came back well in that last frame, but it was always going to be just one chance, and this is certainly it. That was the important ball to leave Ronnie O'Sullivan needing the snooker. This red will stop Ronnie O'Sullivan coming back to the table. Wonderful performance this from Mark Allen.
69.
The only thing this match has missed so far is a century break, so can Mark Allen go out in fine style?
76. 77.
And now you can see all the pressure has lifted. The pace has increased. The job is done.
84. $91.
Yeah, it's the one thing you'd have to say about Mark Allen. He was never always going to be intimidated by Ronnie O'Sullivan, as well as Ronnie played in his first match against Ding Junhui. He's always confident, and if he plays his best, he's a match for anybody, and he certainly is. And there's 99. A big notice of change of the pace in which he plays, and he came in for a lot of criticism as he makes a wonderful century break. Came in a lot of criticism for the way and the pace he was playing in the UK Championship, but he's changed again. He's back to somewhere at the pace he used to play at, and I think he's much better for it. And he's playing really quality snooker. This has been a wonderful performance from him here.
What a final we've got in prospect coming up this evening. Luca Brissell going to be taking on Mark Allen for this amazing title and the £250,000 top prize. Let's not forget the golden ball is still very much still in play, the 167.
121. $127.
Well, the icing on the cake for Mark Allen in this match. A wonderful contribution of 134, a total clearance from the pistol, Mark Allen. He downs the rocket and defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan out of the event. What a performance that was from Northern Ireland's #1. Mark Allen through to the final, a 4-2 victor over the defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan. Well, what a match we've just witnessed there. Ronnie O'Sullivan had to be made favourite on last night's performance against Ding Junhui, but that second frame absolutely pivotal. 54-53 it finished. Mark Allen made an incredible clearance to pinch it by one, and since then stepped it up and found a gear, as all the best players seem to do. That red there was the decisive moment in that second frame. Breaks of 53, 56, 56, 60 and 134 from Mark Allen. Really was the difference. He did much the heavier the scorer and thoroughly deserved his win. He's into the final. So here's confirmation of the semi-final results. Belgium's Luca Brissell, a 4-2 winner over Welshman Mark Williams. A great performance from him earlier, but even more so from Mark Allen to down the defending champion Ronnie O'Sullivan. He took it to him and ultimately got his reward. Quick look at the match stats. Pot success, that is the key figure there. 94% to Ronnie O'Sullivan's 85. The stronger player of the two had booked his place in the final, and we can throw straight away to Radzi as Mark Allen, the victor, joins him in the studio. It'd be great to hear how he assesses that performance.
Thank you very much, Stephen. Let's do exactly that and assess what he thinks of that performance. Mark Allen through to the final, defending champion is out. How was that for you?
Yeah, I played good stuff there. I felt like I was a little unlucky in the first sort of frame and a half and looked like going 2-0 down, but made a really good clearance to go 1-all and then played some good stuff after that.
Just a word on that second frame, by the way. That clearance at the end, which at one point, Jim, was actually made pretty difficult.
What Mark said there, I was actually going to say the same thing. The first frame is unlucky twice, but stayed his composed, as he has done all the, since he started winning all these tournaments. And the second frame was like an unbelievable clearance. O'Sullivan's not played bad there. It's just sort of, you won most of the safety battle, but you could have looked like you two could have gone on it for days and days there. You frame after frame. It was a brilliant snooker match.
It's always enjoyable playing Ronnie because it's open and free flowing. But I think the difference today, like you said, was the safety. I think I played one bad safety the whole game.
No, brilliant stuff.
Mark, at the UK, as you were talking about being up and down, finding some form, based on that, it looks like you found it.
Yeah, I'm not where I want to be, but I'm a lot happier than I was 3-4 weeks ago. Lee Walker's given me some stuff to work on the table, and yeah, it's took time, but I'm finding a bit more confidence in it, and I'm starting to trust it a bit more.
Is it also important to get off to a good start in this format when it's only first to four?
Yeah, because you don't need to do much wrong to be behind, like way behind. I could have been 2-0 down there without doing anything wrong. I split the pack in the second frame, a red went in, unlucky in the first frame, and then you're up against it. But yeah, you need to turn it around fast.
And Jim, also, Mark wasn't just playing Ronnie O'Sullivan, but let's be totally honest, he was also playing 90% of the crowd as well.
Listen, Mark Allen don't care about things like that. He thinks to himself he's the best player in the world, which he's entitled to think like that. He doesn't care who he plays, where he plays. He gets enough support as well.
The thing is, you expect that when you play Ronnie as well. He gets the support he deserves, so you have to be ready for that.
And now you're 7-5 against him. It says a lot about you playing against the big players. You do not back down whatsoever.
And that's what I play for. You want to play the very best on the biggest stages, and this is obviously one of the biggest stages we play in, and the all-time greatest player, so what's not to get up for?
Absolutely right. Well, we've got a final to get up for as well, but the second man through to the final is Mark Allen. Let's give him a very generous round of applause, because he is going to take just a few moments. Mark, you can head off.